again. It's been a while. We did it and all that. So today, I'm really excited. Been almost about a week. Maybe 2. No, it's been a week. Because I uploaded my last video of these. So yeah. Stuff. So, today, I want to talk about the most awesome thing is called anime. Anime. I love anime. Anime's fun to watch. Anime, I truly think that anime is for everyone. Like, literally for everyone can watch anime. And because there's so many different genres and different types of animes that everyone can watch. So, for starters, if you don't know what anime is Japanese cartoon shows that are based off in Japan that have subs dub, which means if you do watch sub, it means you listen to them in Japanese and they have English subtitles. Which some of them, most of them, mainly do that. But there's some of them that do dub, where you can hear them speak English, like American English, and some of them are really good. I enjoy to watch. So, yeah. So, for starters, I want to talk about, first of all, the greatest anime show of all time, in my opinion. Some people might agree with me, but this one is Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail. I love that show. I love it to the bottom of my heart. It is one of my favorites because I still watch it. Because right now I am currently rewatching it from beginning to end, all in sub. Because when I first watched it, I watched it most of it in dub because I was curious what it was about. I had to watch a couple episodes of it because that's all I could find. But I think it's a fantastic show if you want to learn about like family, friends, what does it mean to fight for your people who you care about, fight for what you believe in, and get some like wisdom about friends and family in life. It's a very good show to teach you that and stuff. Also, I love like the different journeys that they go on, how the anime develops from when it started to what it is now, and people still talk about it and stuff like that because it's one of those big fandoms that no one's ever gonna forget. I am pretty much Fairy Tail for life. Pretty much that's what I am. For those who know, I'm also a otaku, which means I will watch anime 24/7. I love anime. Well, I don't watch anime 24/7 sometimes, but most of the time I am very into anime. So back to Fairy Tail. I am a Nalu. Sorry for all you Nalu friends. I did upload a Nalu video. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. But I am mostly a Nalu friend. I did that Nalu one for a friend of mine, one of my besties. She's a Nalu fan, so I did that for her. To say that I do sometimes support it, but really I'm more of a Nalu. Because I believe Natsu and Lucy should be together. I know! It's in the manga that they did get together. I just wish the creator would have put in the anime, like Nagus or Natsu says, I love Lucy, or like there should have been some like confession. I just wanted to see him confess. That's all I wanted to see, and he never did. And I was like, but if you watch it, if you have seen the anime before, you all know that. We all know that they like each other. Like you will know like instantly if you keep watching it. You will know, oh, they're gonna like each other. You could tell. I know Lucy likes Natsu, and I know Natsu likes Lucy, and that's why Happy, I love Happy. He's so funny. He keeps saying, "You're in love," and then I know Lucy's very irritated, but I know deep down, she knows he's right. She does know he's right, because it's always around when most of the time it is when Natsu and Lucy are together, but sometimes other times. But deep down inside, he knows. He just knows. I feel like that cat knows everyone's who's a couple and not a couple in that guild. So yeah, and stuff. So Fairy Tail is very awesome. I would recommend watching, especially maybe sometimes as a beginner anime. I watch it. I didn't watch it until a little after my freshman year, maybe during my freshman year when I watched it, but it's a good show. I'm gonna just warn you right now. There's like 300 plus episodes of that show. So you could be probably be one of those you could, unless you already have seen the whole thing, you could probably take a while for you to watch. Unless you watch like every single day and then you get caught up. But it depends on when how you're watching it and whatnot. But yeah, I would recommend watching that show. Fairy Tail is amazing. Fairy Tail for Life. I also have other videos relating to Fairy Tail. Go check them out. They're all about some of my favorite individual characters, about some ships that I like. There's like tons and tons of characters on that show, but they're all awesome and amazing. And it's just a really cool show about wizards and magic, and yeah, go watch it. My second anime I want to talk about is Sailor Moon. I know some of you are like, what's that around? Some of you youngsters who probably were never heard of Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is awesome. Sailor Moon is about this girl named Usagi Tsukino. She's a very clumsy middle schooler who doesn't. She's also very lazy. She doesn't study. She doesn't. Well, she goes to school, but I don't know how to explain it. She's very much like a child. So yeah, and she becomes Sailor Moon, the fights for love and justice. She becomes pretty much like a magical girl, but she becomes like a superhero who fights bad guys from different realms, and she meets all her friends which are also become Sailor. They call themselves Sailor Guardians, and they protect her because eventually later on, sorry, this is spoilers and this, and she's apparently a reincarnated princess from another realm, or like a different universe that kind of conjoins with her universe that she's currently living during the time. And she also has, of course, every anime girl has some sort of love interest, or any main character has a love interest. Her love interest is Pixie Mask, which is my favorite. It's Mamoru. My favorite shipment is Mamoru and Usagi. Sorry for all you Seiya fans. It doesn't mean I have anything against Seiya, it's just something I just don't like about the main couple. It's too weird for me. That's just my opinion. And also because I never haven't officially finished the series. I was gonna finish it, but then I wasn't able to now. I will be able to finish it. Also, they did a remake called Sailor Moon Crystal, where they kind of like remastered the anime. It's basically the same storyline as the original. If you watch like the original version, like back from the 90s, but this one was from like I think 2014, 2013. It's the same storyline. I said it's probably short. There are probably some episodes that have been shortened or like go straight to each different one. Where in the original one it's a lot slower and everything. But it's smooth very nicely. But with the newer one it's like boom 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 boom. Or not. And stuff. I'm sure probably some of you new youngsters have seen that one. If you're interested, that one's really good too. I like how the characters are drawn in both versions and stuff. So, highly recommend. If you're wondering who's my favorite, I like Sailor Mars and Sailor Moon. Obviously, I think all of the characters are really good. It's also really cute to watch. It's a cute show to watch, but I like it during the day, night. It just gives you that good feeling when you're watching like certain show. It makes you like want to watch more of it, feeling and whatnot and stuff. So yeah, that's a good show. So I recommend watching it. Both there, if you want to watch the original one, you totally can, or you could watch like clips on YouTube of the original series, and then you could watch Sarah and Crystal too. Watch both versions, compare the two. That's sometimes what I do. I'll watch both and compare the two. But yeah, there's some things, and there's some other things. Yeah, but they're pretty much the same storyline. There's some differences in them. Like some of the episodes, it was a mission in the original series. So yeah, and stuff like that. But they're really good. Third one I want to talk about. So go watch Sailor Moon. Go watch Sailor Moon Crystal. It's really good. They're both really good. Watch them. For the third anime I want to talk about, there's several different ones. Is there's multiple ones, but these are the ones I'm gonna talk about that I kind of watch every once in a while. Is Oran Host Club, Kachawame-sama, and Kiss Him Not Me, and Nana. Actually, no, I don't do it. I don't later do that. Was number 4. So the first 3 I talked about were Oran, Kachawame-sama, and Kiss Him Not Me. They're all like really cute and very like girly. If you want some kawaii, which means cuteness in Japanese, in your life, I would recommend watching those 3. You will be drawn to a cuteness kawaii world, and it's like, oh my lord, because the way the characters are drawn and how the plot is and everything, it's very cute. I love it. And there are a lot about like romance and love and stuff, but they're all different stories. Like for Auron, it's about a host club at this preppy rich school. I don't want to call it a boarding school. I don't think it's a boarding school. It's a very rich school for work. And almost their school. I don't know why it kind of reminds me of one of those nice fancy churches. I think because one of the windows look like one of those church windows. I don't know, but it's really pretty. And this main character, Hari, she's a commoner. She doesn't live in the same society as the rich do. And she's just trying to find somewhere to study, and apparently she looks like a dude. But if you later on you found she had to cut her hair wasn't on, but she got piece of chewing gum stuck in her hair, so she had to cut it, and so that's why when she wears her clothes, she kind of looks like a dude. So based on that, she somehow accidentally breaks a vase. It was a really nice vase, very pretty. And where she met the host club, which were a bunch of random guys. But they all have their own different from each other. They're all different from each other. And they said the only way you're gonna be able to fix our vase is if you pretty much work. So pretty much she has to work as a host for however many customers that pay. Or that pay her debt or forget about that the vase even broke or whatever. But it's pretty much about her journey through that, and also her and the main host here, Tamaki's love story. Pretty much that's what it's also about too. But pretty much it's like the difference between society. That's pretty much the main topic of the story of the anime is different society from the rich compared to the poor, or the commoners, of their lifestyle and how different they are, and what you can learn from their differences. So yeah. So the second anime I mentioned was Kachuame-sama, which is about this girl who's very, very tough, and she is the student council president, plus she also works part-time at this cute, adorable maid cafe. It's so cute. I love it so much. And there's this guy named Usui. That's named Usui. And he's like one of the popular boys at her school. Her school used to be a mainly all boys school until she became, I guess, they had to change and it became a co-ed school where it's now boys and girls. As a more like 99% of it, maybe 95% of it is all boys, and there's only like 5% girls at the school, and she's the only girl president, student council president at the school, and she's very tough with everyone, and she gets angry. I think she's just very protective of of the boys being more gentlemanlike or more like not as rude and be more mature. Pretty much that's what she's trying to tell them, to be more mature, and sometimes that means you gotta be a little bossy. So she has to deal with keeping her part-time job a secret from everyone. Except for Usui, because Usui is the only one that knows. And 3 punks that, well, they used to be punks. They're not punks anymore. Because of her, for some stupid reason. They turned to weird. I don't know what the term is called if you like maid cafes a lot. I don't know what the term is. Maybe someone could comment down below and tell me what the term is for those kind of people who like maids and stuff. Because Usui is one and two. Stuff, but no one else knows about her part-time job, so she really had to keep it a secret. And I'm like, wow, I feel so bad for her, but yeah. It also shows the lifestyle of a hardworking teen from high school, from school, work, and how it can affect their daily lives and maybe their own life if it affects. Yeah. But in the anime, eventually Usui and the girl end up together as a couple at the end. There is only one season. Same thing with Oran, there's only one season. Which some I hate those two. They end the same way, where the last episode and the two main characters end up becoming a couple at the end. I'm like, but then you end the anime like that, and then there's nothing afterwards. They don't show anything afterwards. There's no other second to see how their life was after they became a couple. I'm like, really? But I think it's kind of beautiful and in the anime series that way. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I'll definitely go recommend. It's called Kachuwa Maid-sama. If you look up Maid-sama, you'll pretty much find it like that. So yeah, definitely go watch it. If you can watch it on Netflix. You can watch it on Crunchyroll. The only place you also can find on YouTube. You can find a playlist for both the English and the sub versions. Or you could watch it on, if you happen to look at I don't know what, yeah, my playlist is one of them, is them both, so you could look them up and watch them that way. Or on, I only been able to find it on Netflix. I don't know for certain if there's one in for playlist for Oran. I had no idea. I think one time there was. I couldn't find it anymore. So, yeah. Okay, the third one I was talking about was Kiss Me Not Him. This anime, my used to be sister. She's not really my sister. She was my friend that was like a sister. You know those friends that are like siblings. So yeah. This is my fangirl anime. Actually, all 3 of these are my fangirl animes for different moments. But this one really makes me fangirl. I loved it. It's about a bunch of these guys. So this girl, I forgot her name. She was I don't want to say that, but one of those kids who was not Because in Japan, the culture is most of the majority of the people in Japan are very slim and skinny. She was not. And apparently, after watching one of her favorite characters die, she spins through like a weight loss transformation. And somehow she loses weight and be skinny and beautiful. And all these guys that she knows from her school are all hitting on her. And apparently it's a competition for her love. And I'm like, oh, wow. And there's a girl, but that's because she's a fan and whatnot. But yeah, it's pretty much a competition for her love. And then at the end, sadly, she rejects them all. I can totally understand because I was like, I would probably get annoyed being with a bunch of people trying to prove a point or something. But yeah. But it's really cute. I think you guys should definitely watch it. It's adorable. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, and you can watch it on YouTube. You can find a playlist for the English, and I think the sub version too. I may watch the English version, but yeah, you can really watch it on that one. But the reason why I found Girl About because it's the way the characters are drawn are so cute and everything, and people go bazonkers. So, and it shows how people struggle when you're a otaku, and no one knows that you're a otaku too. So yeah, definitely watch this. Okay, next anime I want to talk about is Nana. Some of you are probably like, why do you want to talk about Nana? Nana is about these two girls who happen to have the same name, totally different lives. One is very like, she acts like a dog. Just the way her characteristics and personality, and she's very like girly, cheery, very hyped up and very energetic. And her other one is more cool, calm, sometimes a little angered. But she comes from like living the rock style life and everything, and another girl is just from a normal hometown girl. So yeah, they became friends, they became roommates, and then they're pretty much their friend journey of their friendship, of how when they first met to everything and all that. Pretty much I watched that anime because I would ask if you're very young. I would not recommend watching this yet because I watched it because I was older. I was in high school, so I could watch it. This one, it's more about if I want some adulting in my life, then I watch it. There's nothing really about it, just the way the characters talk. It's very like adult talk. Pretty much talks about like how living your life as an adult is like, where if you're in as a rock star or just an ordinary person. And the struggles that you go through, like from living on your own to getting a job to finding love to marriage and all that. Pretty much adulting stuff. I mean, if you want to watch it with your older siblings, you can. Unless okay with them. I'm just warning you that it wasn't. The only ones I mainly watch this one in dub because I don't think there is a sub version. I had never watched it in sub. I mainly only watched this in dub, and it's fantastic and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's mainly for like if you want to have some adulting or learn some more adulting in your life, then watch it. And the music is fantastic. I love listening to the soundtrack from the show, and the music is awesome. And the characters are drawn awesomely. The way they're like for friendship and the plot and the stories is really awesome. So if you want to learn if you want to have an anime about what adulting is kind of like, besides from what you see from your actual lives, from like your parents or any of your older siblings that are doing adulting right now, I am, but not really. You can see it and watch it. It's really cool. Very recommend. Oh, if you even like punk kind of rap music and stuff, you could watch it too. I would definitely highly recommend. Okay, the next anime I want to talk about is Clan Dad. Clan Dad is one of my favorites. I like both of them, Clan Dad and Clan Dad After Story. I like both of them. Pretty much, if I want to watch anime about life, that's the anime. That is legit the anime. I love it so much. It's very telling, very romantic, very cute, very pretty much about what life is like for someone who is struggling and then find happiness and how they work together and all that, and then they find love. Pretty much that's a story about like kind of what's life like when you meet friends, find your love, when you're going to school and friends, when you join clubs and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much that's what it is. I will highly recommend watching it. You can find it on Netflix. When I first watched it, I actually found it on YouTube. I sadly cannot find the playlist anymore because I watched it like one night. I was crying on some things, but I don't remember the episodes. But I can't find the playlist I was originally watching it on, so I can't. So I watch it now on Netflix. They only had the first version of it right now. I'm trying to wait for the second one to come out, then I put it back on my list and whatnot. But I'll highly recommend watching it because it's really good. It'll teach you a whole lot, like a whole lot. You can learn from the anime, so I highly recommend watching it. Highly recommend. Okay, the next few animes I want to talk about are my supernatural. Wait, no, I don't want to talk about supernatural yet. The next thing I want to talk about is Sword Art Online. Yes, everyone's probably like, SAO rules! Yes, it does. I have been watching it since I first started watching it. I watched season 3. I'll tell you, season 3 kind of surprised me a little bit. I was in shock about how different it was compared to the other two seasons, about how more gory it was and how more graphic it was. I watched it in sub because that's the only way I was able to watch it. Just very surprised, but it was really good. I still watch it, it was really good. And I just hoping that they make another season because I'm really curious about what the heck happens and whatnot. But SAO, it's awesome. Amazing. Love it. Even though I think it was stupid that they created an anime based off or someone made a glitch on purpose to make people trapped in the game and then die in real life. It's like, really? At first, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't want to watch this. But then as I watched more of it into it, I started liking it more. And what am I going to tell you is, I'm not a big fan of the Gangale Online version. I like more of the original and the AFLA and then the new one. So yeah, Gun GGO, no, not my favorite. Some of you probably it's your favorite, but mine it wasn't really. I just watched it because I wanted to finish it. Asuna and Kirito are adorable, and I love their little girl Yui. Yui makes me happy. I was sad when she disappeared. I was like, no, come back. So yeah, SAO I will highly recommend as one of your later on, not your beginner animes. Don't watch it as your beginner anime. Watch it after you have watched like several animes already, like several, and then I'll first recommend watching the first season first and determine if you're interested in it or not. And by the way, the music for all the famous openings and ending songs are awesome. They're awesome, amazing. really good. I like listening to them. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention Fairy Tail too. Both Fairy Tail and SAO both have movies from this that are like they help space out different parts of the shows. Recommend watching them. For Fairy Tail, you have the Phoenix something, and you have Dragon Cry. I know there's another one. I just can't remember the name. But you have to watch those. And for SAO, it's Oriental Scale. Oriental Scale was actually an awesome movie. I watched it. I loved it. It was awesome. Especially the fight scene between Kirito and that one guy was awesome. And then Una singing and whatnot. And the ending was beautiful when Una actual physical form while Kirito defeats all the monsters and she disappears and leaves and gives everyone their memories back and whatnot. It was so beautiful. I was so touched. Highly recommend watching it. It's really good. But first, if you haven't seen the whole series, I would not recommend watching the movies first. I recommend watching the actual anime series first. That's how I watch these animes. I watch as the series progress. Like if your series puts out a movie and you're already caught up, you watch the movie and then you wait until the next season pops up. So yeah, highly recommend watching those. They're awesome, really good. Okay, the next section of animes I want to talk about is supernatural theme related animes. My first one is Vampire Knight, which is one of my favorites. I watch it almost every Halloween. I just do because I like vampires and stuff. I'm very weird into the supernatural and then because I even read books about vampires and stuff. I just do because that's what I'm interested in. Because I watch a bunch of vampire movies stuff. So yeah, Vampire Knight is really cool. The music is beautiful. The characters that are drawn are pretty. My favorite character is Kaname. Sorry for all you Zero fans. There's some ones I like Zero too. But comedies, Kaname is my favorite. As always. But yeah, it's about this girl named Yuki. She apparently had lost memories. Apparently, and then later at the end of there's 2 seasons of this series, and apparently her lost memories that she is apparently a vampire who was a vampire, then turned into a human, and then turned back into a vampire. Yeah, it's very complicated, but you have to watch it to find out what happens. But it's very cool. Oh, and whatnot. It's very, the way everything drawn is very like gothic looking and everything. Gothic school life and everything. So yeah. And they live in a world where society labels different levels of vampires, where you have the good vampires and of course you have the bad vampires. The good vampires have to get rid of the bad vampires. Kind of like Twilight, almost is a little different. The second anime I want to talk about is Diabolical Lovers. I came across it one time. I was on when I had Hulu. When I began my high school year, I had Hulu. That's where I watched most of my animes I watch. Diabolical Lovers is really good. The girl named Yui. She's went to this house. Apparently, her father sent her there, and apparently, everyone in the house is a vampire. I know that she lives with the Sakami brothers, which are I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. I couldn't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've seen it. And apparently, it's her wife as living with them. And then in the second season, she apparently is captured and was with the Mikami brothers. this and the Sakakami brothers are trying to get her back. So yeah, it's very complicated, but it's a very good story, and I like how the characters drawn are like vibrant and very. I don't know how to describe how they're drawn. They're very color, pop and everything. So very good. There's a lot that I watch. I used to watch several of the End. It was okay. It wasn't one of my favorites. But you guys could totally give it a try. It just wasn't my favorite to watch. It just wasn't. There's a lot of animes. I watch a tons of animes. So much. Some of the animes I watch is Fruit Basket, the original one. I like the original one. It was cute. I'm slowly rewatching the remaster one. But first I want to finish Fairy Tail because that's my goal this year. But yeah, I highly recommend watching that. That's not a supernatural one, that's a random one I watched. I also watched Free, the one with all the swimming and whatnot. So yeah, if you want to watch like swimming and sport ones, watch that one. That's the only sport one I actually watch. Because it's actually not that bad of an anime. Yeah. There's a lot of animes I watch. I watch a ton. And I always watch a new one every once. There's a lot of new animes I found that I have watched. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, there's a lot. So yeah. If you have any other questions, or comment down below some of your favorite animes that you guys watch. And or if you have any recommendations for animes I should check out, then I would. If I have read about what they're kind of about. So yeah. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.